Barely 24 hours after the United Nations Children's Fund called on authorities in Nigeria to secure the release of 21 children abducted in Katsina State, all the kidnapped children have now regained their freedom. The children were kidnapped by terrorists on Sunday this week while working on a farm in Meroa community in Faskari local government area before they were abducted. UNICEF's representative in Nigeria, Christian Munduate, had on Friday described the abductions as reprehensible, confirming the release of the children in a statement on Saturday. The police spokesperson in the state, Gambo Issa, says the victims, comprising 17 girls and 4 boys, have since been reunited with their respective families as investigations continue. Elsewhere, the 81 Division of the Nigerian Army has reassured residents in Ogun and Lagos states of adequate security during the coming festive period. General Officer commanding that division, Major General Obinna Ajunwa, gave this assurance while unveiling the Exercise Stillwaters Operation Camp in Abeokuta. TVC News' Kazim Olowe has more.
This is the operation camp of the Nigerian Army Special Security Outfit, codenamed Exercise Stillwaters, which is ongoing simultaneously in Ogun and Lagos states. During his visit to the camp, the General Officer commanding 81 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Obinna Ajunwa, says the purpose of the exercise is to ensure adequate security during the festive period.
You know that during festive period, as the festive period approach, that security challenges increase because people are so desperate, so they're ready to do whatever that is possible to give them money. So definitely insecurity will increase. So in order not to be taken unawares, that is why we have positioned ourselves not only here but in other places in Lagos State, all over the Federation.
The exercise involves the assessment of effective application of the Nigerian Army Code of Conduct and strict adherence to rules of engagement in line with international best practices, as well as civil-military relationship and activities focused on the less privileged and schools. The exercise will also involve movement of troops and military equipment within Lagos and Ogun states. Residents were advised not to panic as the operation would be conducted jointly with sister security agencies.
We are not doing this just as military men. We're also doing it in conjunction with our sister agencies, the State Department, that is the DSS, the police, NDLEA, all of them, so that we all come together, bringing in our capabilities and capacities to form that synergy that we need to address whatever challenge in terms of insecurity.
The exercise is expected to be in place between October and December 2022. Kazim Olowe, TVC News, Abeokuta.
And Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff has raised concern over the increasing rate at which the nation's youth are fleeing abroad or going abroad for greener pastures. General Lucky Rabo, who spoke at this year's Emerging Leadership Conference in Abuja, insists such acts are an admittance of failure. We have details in this report.
Japa is the new trend of migration by Nigerians, especially among the youths in search of better life. In recent times, many of the nation's sectors, including education and health, have suffered brain drain, and this is causing a lot of worry. Many citizens attribute the act to rising unemployment, insecurity, and high rates of poverty.
It is not by you, Japa or not Japa, that you are going to make it.
Entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship for personal and organizational growth is in focus at this annual Youth and Leadership Conference. The Chief of Defense Staff says Nigerians must understand the challenges facing the country and work with the government to tackle them. Lucky Rabo believes fleeing Nigeria is not the solution.
If the reason for your moving, it is not to know what happens in another client and for you to come to inject it, you just want to abandon, then you're a failure. And I do not believe that there's anyone here who would desire to be a failure.
Speakers admonished the youths to believe in their country, imbibe leadership qualities, and resolve to make own contribution to national development.
The aim of the conference is to grow the next generation of leaders who can think in a resourceful way, filled with industry, and with the capacity to make a difference within their institutions and also create their own ideas and businesses that can work.
I need to look at the problems in this country and where can I come in to solve those problems. It can be just one problem at a time, and then provide solution, have a deep rethink.
Participants believe mentorship of the younger generation will go a long way in solving problems bedeviling the country.
Leadership is not just about position. Leadership is about wherever you find yourself, you are able to make your own impact, contributing effectively to the development of your space.
As much as the youth are encouraged to believe in their country and work for its growth, speakers at the conference enjoined government at all levels to make efforts in providing job opportunities for the youths and create an enabling environment for entrepreneurs to thrive.
And now let's bring you reports that have to do with the forthcoming general election. Non-indigents in Ogun State have pledged their support for the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. They were speaking during a rally held at Ake Palace in Abeokuta, where the group maintained that the former vice president has the capacity to end insecurity in the country if elected. The PDP governorship aspirant and the leader of the party in Ogun State also said the presidential candidate of the party has the required skills to unite the country.
Happy that we have somebody common joining us together. His Excellency Waziri Atiku Abubakar. He did not dispute with our leader, and we shall all work hard to make him the president of Nigeria.
As far as Nasarawa is concerned, the vote of Ladi Adebutu or the vote of Hausa in Ogun State is for Atiku.
He has been there before. He's not new to the system. He can know how to fix things quick and can make Nigeria one.
In Nasarawa State, the All Progressives Congress has flagged off its campaigns for the 2023 governorship election. This occurred in Lafia, the capital of the state. APC's governorship candidate Abdullahi Sule is seeking to return to office in order to consolidate on the gains made by his administration and ensure continuity. TVC News' Godwin Agwam has more.
This is a gathering of thousands of supporters of the All Progressive Congress in Lafia, the capital of Nasarawa State. The Chief of Staff to the President, National Chairman of the party, Governor Abdullahi Sule, and other political bigwigs graced this occasion. This rally signals the official commencement of campaigns for the 2023 governorship election in the state.
Nasarawa, Nasarawa.
Party leaders are confident that the party has delivered on its promises to the electorates and want them to reciprocate by returning the party to power.
You will recall that on assumption of office of His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Sule, he promised to make Nasarawa State to be one among the 3 economically competitive states in the country. Today, the most cynical critics of this administration cannot close their eyes to the reality on ground.
Da aka zabe shi jawabinsa na farko a nan dandalin ya alƙawura kuma duk alƙawarin da ya dina ba wanda bai taba ba duk alƙawarin da ya yi na raya ƙasar nan ba wanda bai taba ba to shi ko ne cika alƙawari to shi ma sai a cika mishi nashi alƙawari. My people of Nasarawa State, you have not disappointed us. You have made Nasarawa to be solely, fully, thoroughly an APC state. I'm calling on you to repeat the feat and even improve on it, because APC has done so much for Nasarawa State.
The Nasarawa State governor is delighted with his sure support by the party and promises to consolidate on the gains of his administration.
We are determined. This is the state of our national chairman of our party. Therefore, this is the state that Tinubu must win. This is the state of Tanko Almakura. Therefore, this is the state that ASUU must win.
The Chief of Staff to Nigeria's president is confident that with the quality of work done by the governor, a second term is guaranteed.
Do you agree with them that the governor should get a second term? Yes. One more time. Yes.
A campaign council was inaugurated by the Chief of Staff, and this team will lead the party into the 2023 general elections. Godwin Agua, TVC News.
Still on the news at this time, the federal government has dismissed media reports suggesting that it paid university teachers half salaries in October. The Ministry of Labour and Employment in a statement described those reports as grossly inaccurate, misleading, and it called it a barefaced distortion of facts. The ministry pointed out that members of ASUU were paid their October salary pro rata and not half salary as was widely reported. The pro rata system, it added, was done because the lecturers, it says, cannot be paid for work not done.